So good morning everybody, this is Carlos once again, running in his neighborhood, just going down San Juan Avenue. And last night there was a cougar sighting just around the corner here. There was an alert in the local paper, not the local paper, the local news outlet. Could have been a real cougar, could have been a large cat. I don't know. But I'm just coming up to that spot now. I have my camera ready just in case. Yeah, that's the house. No sign of any cougar at the moment. But I can see he has a very big hedge, and the cougar could easily hide in the corner. We are very close, as you know, to Mount Douglas and the Wilderness Park, so animals do stray in. I'm still keeping my eyes peeled for cougar sightings. Could be quite a coup if I catch a cougar with my camera. Alright, so I was about 5 minutes in, I guess. So I'm going to have to keep an eye on my recording time, just to keep it all in a nice, sizable chunk. Zone 3 is my plan, as always. You might hear me walk occasionally. That's if I hit Zone 4. I will hike. I've already had to hike twice since I started. Until my heart stabilizes. It's a little high. I think that was a Zone 5. So I walk until it drops down to Zone 3. This is around the 1 kilometer mark. Zone 4. So no cougar sighting yet, so I might drop the name cougar from the title. I don't know yet. I'm planning to hit the summit today, staying in Zone 3, which is what I'm in now. No sign of a cougar today. Okie doke. They're pretty elusive animals. They really do not want to be seen. It'll probably be in the local paper. Hello. Did you hear that there was a cougar sighting in this neighborhood?
No.
Last night, yeah.
Oh.
Somebody on Majestic, just by the park in the corner, claimed they saw a cougar.
Oh.
So.
I'll keep my eyes open.
Yeah, I've got my camera today, but I don't think I'm going to be lucky. No. I don't think I'll see it. They don't want to be seen, that's the thing.
No, I don't think they'll wait for you to creep up to take their picture.
That's for sure. Bye-bye. So I'm now facing the Mountain of Joy. heading up Robin Wood, going past Gordon's old house. Very soon I'll be turning onto the trails, and things will get a lot softer and a lot quieter. I'm going up the shortest possible route to the top, which will be consequently the steepest way to the top. So I might as well get my running in now while the going is good. So I'm running on gravel now. Very soon I'll be switching to dirt as I come in behind the weir. So Norma and I have been running together approximately twice a week for the last 2 months, which is amazing for her. For a non-runner, she's doing really well. Her endurance has improved dramatically. I now have to work quite hard to keep up with her at the beginning of a run. Once I warm up, I can normally hold my own, as they say. Just hiking up to the tree graveyard, where I will hang a right and then jog my way over to Cordova Bay Road and then head up via the trails to Irvine. That is going to be my ascent today, up Irvine. I'll probably come down Glendenning. I don't need too much time today. Just enough time to record a show and get a summit in. All in the space of an hour. Through the graveyard of trees onto the creek trail. This is where my heart rate should stabilize into zone 3. I don't know if you are aware of this, but I had a really sore Achilles, still do, for the first few days of this week. So much so that after 3 days of running, I decided to do a long hike the other day because my leg was in too much pain. Not sure what that was all about. I have bought new shoes recently, and I noticed that one of the pairs had a special feature, some kind of stability in the upper section of the shoe, just above the heel. There was an extra set of padding around the back of the Achilles, and I think that extra set of padding might have irritated my operation scars. Anyway, it's getting better each day, and when I wear my trail shoes, it's far less noticeable because they have cutaway sections at the top. They scoop.
Distance 1.74 kilometers. Average heart rate 124. Workout average pace 8 minutes 36 seconds per kilometer.
I had a pretty high average heart rate there. I don't know if that's true or not. Don't think it could be. Alright, so this is where I pass the mushroom colony and head up towards Cordova Bay Road. I will stop talking briefly so as not to have to compete with the vehicles. I'd like to hear a definitive heart rate for round about here.
Zone 3.
Zone 3, that's good. That's what it should be. This is an unofficial crossing point, but I made it safely. No problem. Now I'm heading up Irvine already to Norn and Irvine, it says. That's the way I'm going. Up, up, up. Not a lot of running this section, unfortunately. It's a little steep. Pretty sure I'll stay in my zone if I keep the pressure on to hike with intensity. Yep. Norma is encouraged by her running. She knows she's getting a far more efficient fat-burning workout than playing pickleball or doing Pilates. But, you know, she does have allegiances to those activities. She's playing pickleball today, as a matter of fact. Yesterday night she was putting lead tape around the outer edge of her pickleball paddle to make it a little heavier. Hello. Hi there.
Hi.
Hi.
Did you take a photo for us?
Sure.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Is it just an easy operation?
That button on the side?
That button on the side, alright.
This is his favorite tree and my favorite tree.
Well, that's funny, you know. I have a favorite tree, but
Zone 3.
it's not that one.
What's yours?
It's a big Douglas fir on the other side. I
Like
call it...
our favorite types of trees.
Yeah, well, that's the Douglas fir.
Yeah.
And that one, have a look, see if it's a good picture.
It's a cedar, yeah. So
That's
he
a
likes the
cedar.
cedars. I like
But
the
you see how they're paired at the bottom?
I've seen this quite often.
What is it? Is it the chimera?
I'm not sure.
Part cedar, part Douglas?
Oh,
Anyway, they seem to be good friends anyway.
yeah. Where's your favorite Douglas fir?
On the other train over there, on the
Oh.
other trail, near Harvest Lane,
Okay.
there's one great big one, you know, a massive
yeah.
size. And then there's a little side trail that goes across that side of Mount Doug,
Okay.
over towards the Oak Meadows.
Oh, okay.
But this time I'm going up to the summit
Yeah.
this
It's a good
way.
day for it.
Yeah, I don't mind if I'm not running all the time.
Yeah.
Because even hiking it, my heart's working just as hard.
I found that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, have a great day.
Yeah, you too. Thanks for the photo.
You're welcome. It's nice meeting people on my runabouts. I can run this. This is not too steep. But yeah, they look like a young couple madly in love with each other. I thought it was mother and daughter, mother and son to start with, but that was clearly not the case when I saw them together.
Workout average pace 9 minutes 37 seconds per kilometer. Time for hydration.
20 minutes done. And I'm heading to another climb. This is a low point here. And then it climbs again. Steady, steady, steady. Very soon I'll be told to back off a little bit. Zone 3 is all I'm heading for today. Zone 4 I just heard. Yeah, but this phantom Achilles pain wasn't really that phantom, to tell you the truth. There was swelling accompanying the pain. That's why I decided to switch to my trail shoes, just because of the cutaway tops. Not high top, low top shoes. Just saw some orange salmon berries. Not quite ripe yet. I have been eating salmon berries every day this week. One of the features of our runs together is that we come back along quite a wide trail where the salmon berries proliferate. Still climbing here. It's not quite a chin scraper, but getting there. Just heard something go down the street, but it wouldn't be a car. It would be, from the sound, I'm thinking it was a skateboard. But you'd have to be a pretty darn good skater to skate down the road here, as it is surprisingly steep. But I guess skateboarders have to learn how to apply some braking to their activities, either by dragging a foot or jumping off. I guess that would be one way for a young, healthy person to bail off a skateboard. So these people are all hiking up the road. Hello.
Hello, how are you?
Good. What was that thing that went by you just now? Was it
Bicycle.
a bicycle?
Yeah.
I thought it might be a skateboard, but
No,
No,
it was
the
a bike.
bicycle. He was quite flying.
he was. They have to be careful, you know. Their exercise is more important than our safety at sometimes.
Well, you know, I see signs saying 25.
Yeah, they should observe it.
Kilometers.
I know going up they're not going to get very fast.
How high up is it?
I think it's 125 meters, that's 650 feet above sea level.
Okay. So I just saw signs saying we gone 500 meters so
Yep,
far.
you're 500 meters up. Oh, along this road, that's
Okay.
right. And the other sign will tell you how many meters above sea level.
Okay.
Zone 1.
All right,
You're taking the hard way, are you?
I'm going up the hard way. I'll see you at the top.
Zone 2.
So I think I gave them the wrong information there. It's more like 220 meters, 650 feet. 120 meters is not 600 feet. My math is good enough to tell me that. Yep, they'll be at the top about the same time as me. Might get a chance to chat with them once we get there.
Zone 3.
Zone 3, just as I suspected. And I'm hiking my little socks off here. Zone 3 is like 130 beats per minute. That's more than
5 minutes. Distance 2.43 kilometers. Average heart rate 80. Workout average pace 10 minutes 16 seconds per kilometer.
at the moment my heart rate is 80. But it has been over 130 today. I heard a zone 5 on my warm-up, which concerned me somewhat. I hear voices again. Oh, that's the same couple. They're on the road beside, but about 60 meters off to one side. I'm going to do a little bit of rock scrambling here. I have to be careful not to lose my balance today. This business about my Achilles could easily have been the 10 days of layoff that I had because of my eye surgery. They didn't want me to fall and bang my head doing this kind of stuff. So I guess I've learned something about protecting my cranium. I do have my good camera, so I should take a picture in a second. It's not going to slow me down too much because I'm not really moving very fast at the moment. But I'm still pushing the zones here. Let me grab my camera. Funnily enough, when that couple stopped me to take a picture of them, I was going to take a picture myself. Not of them, but of the lay of the land. This is a good spot for the lay of the land. A couple. This is another runner's tip. If you do stop to take a picture, take 3. Just rotate through 90 degrees, and from where you're standing, you will have 3 pictures in the time it took to take 1. Zone 2, I heard. That makes sense. I am walking a fair bit now. I was debating whether I wanted to record yet another hike-a-thon, but decided that there is lots of times during most of my runs when I am in fact hiking along. Alright, a bit of running coming up now. You heard the zone 2 zone change. That meant that the gradient backed off a little bit. Zone 3 now. Hello. She had a very nice looking camera there, out of its case. Alright, Irvine going up. This is a beautiful trail for hiking. Really steep, really rugged. Beautiful views to the left of the Harrow Strait and the Salish Sea. It's all part of the Juan de Fuca. The Strait of Juan de Fuca goes on one side of Vancouver Island, and Harrow Strait is the other side. And I'm on the east side of the island. So my closest body of water is the Salish Sea at Harrow Strait, where my friend Mark lives. So we now have a cleaner, a very good.
Distance 2.71 kilometers. Average heart rate 131. Workout average pace 11 minutes 3 seconds per kilometer.
Very hard-working Filipina. She is the girlfriend of Mark, and I got her the job because I've known Mark since I was doing home care, and his girlfriend, Candy, not her real name, is qualified as a care assistant working through an agency. I'm not sure if she has certificates to allow her to work through Beacon. I think they expect you to be qualified in a certain particular kind of training. She might be more of a residential care aide type training. But I have no complaints of her work. In fact, would be sorry to miss her. If she ever got a better job, we would certainly miss her. But she's having some work-related immigration issues. I just hope that Mark knows what he's doing. He might have to make some kind of financial commitment for her to stay here in Canada. But I believe she has a past in the Philippines, that she hasn't gone back to visit in a couple of years that she's been here. But I believe that her kids are teenagers now, and they're probably Skyping her on a regular basis. I'm not sure if she has an ex-partner. She probably does. Somebody who can make decisions for the children as they grow up. Hello. Not a lot of running going along around here, eh?
I haven't run in years.
I run until it gets steep like this, or until it gets a little bit treacherous.
Yeah. Well, I got a new hip.
You do, eh? How's it working for you?
Pretty good.
When did you have it done?
December.
Wow, and you're already hiking on the hill here?
Yeah, I was doing it after, I've been at it about almost 2 months, I guess.
You've been hiking on the Mountain of Joy.
Yeah, it's a great park.
It is. Do you live locally?
Yeah.
Well, that's handy.
Other side.
I hate having to drive anywhere to do my exercises.
Yeah. Well,
If I can't run from my house, I'll go somewhere else. Anyway, have a good hike.
happy running.
Yeah, you too. Good luck with your hip. Yep. Didn't tell him that I didn't drive, but I've seen him before, more than once. He looked about my age, in his mid-60s, I would guess. But there you go. You see, he's recovering from hip surgery, and he volunteered that information to me. It's obviously front of mind for him, but I wouldn't have thought he was suffering from a hip replacement surgery. He looked quite fine. He looked quite fine to me. As I approach my summit, I will check on my recording, and maybe I will choose a tune for us to listen to. Let me just check. Bear with me. So I'm up to 29 minutes. Call it half an hour. Which means this recording will end at the summit itself. And then I will come down the quickest and safest way I know, which will be Glendenning. down. This is the last few meters of climbing. Not too many people have been on this trail today. I can tell I'm breaking cobwebs as I go. My old hip friend, he probably came around the other side of that rock. I took out the cobwebs on my side of the rock. Talking of rocks, there's a rock and a tree living symbiotically together. If you could say that a tree was, well, the rock was living. Yeah, I might try a selfie here. Let me just set it up with a timer, with a time delay. No, I'm having trouble getting my camera to behave. Nope, it's not working for me today. Oh well, I'll just have to do it this way. So my heart rate has dropped down to zone 1, as you heard. Switching to accelerometer means that momentarily my GPS lost its signal in the forest here at the top of the mountain of joy. Let me put the camera away as I figure out the best way to get to my destination here. Yeah, I think this is good. It's not quite shallow enough to run. Still a bit of a chin scraper. I'll be able to make up some time on the way back, as I won't need to stop too much. Zone 3 on the hike is good. Good effort. I might even be able to get a zone 4 on a hike. But the main thing is, my ankle is not hurting me nearly as much today. I noticed, comparing my Sunday workout with Norma with my Tuesday workout yesterday, and we were 4 minutes quicker, and my heart rate was much more controlled and in the zone. I didn't have any wacky readings to deal with like I did on Wednesday. I'm getting a little confused here, hang on. Today is Wednesday, that's right. Sunday was the worst. I did an identical run on Tuesday and my heart rate was at least 10% lower. Alright, as I pop out.
Distance 3.16 kilometers. Average heart rate 128. Workout average pace 12 minutes 40 seconds per kilometer.
Yep.
Time for hydration.
There's an eagle up there. Just waiting for it to come around this way. Again, there he is.
Zone 2.
Alright, so as I approach the summit from Irvine, I will have to bid you adieu. think. Let me just see the parking at the top. Yep. I might actually see the couple that I was speaking to before. Yeah, I'll take this fork. Yep, this is the parking lot. This is the top of Mount Douglas. Okay. Quick look. That's new.
About a year, I think.
Okay,
Yeah.
it's worth knowing.
Yeah, it's good. Originally they had it right up there. I think a lot of us informed them immediately, like, that is not
It's
a
not very
private
aesthetic, is
location.
it? No. This is better here behind the tree.
Oh yeah, yeah, it's good, and it's not used as much as the bottom one.
Yeah, and do you do this hill a few times today?
That's 6.
6?
I just do it slowly. I do it multiple times each day, pretty well.
Okay, I normally run up and down here
Yeah,
once
I've
a day.
seen you. Yeah, yeah. In fact, I think, have you run for a long time?
Zone 1.
About 25 years, yeah.
Yeah, you used to do the road series races?
Yep, I used to run with the Harriers.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I used to run a lot of those races, and I think I remember seeing you out there.
Yeah, I was in the. I would be in the 65 to 69 category now.
Me too. I think you were ahead of me.
Well, we might have actually raced together. You know,
Yeah, we
either Mill
probably
Bay
did.
or
Yeah.
Hatley Castle
Oh yeah.
or
Merville.
Merville. That was
Yeah.
a good one. That
Yeah.
was what 15k.
Yeah.
And
Well,
then
it
there was
started
the
off as 15, then they dropped it to 12.
12.
Didn't
Yeah, and then there was the Comox Half Marathon.
they? Yeah.
That was one of my best races.
I enjoyed that one. It was, and that's another one where they started it off at 20k, and then they said, well,
It's ridiculous. Let's make it
yeah,
21.
You're so close. Why don't you just make
Yeah.
it a half? Yeah,
and,
they were good.
and with that kind of route, you know, you go out, you could go half a kilometre further and turn,
yeah.
and then you
yeah.
get the distance.
Yeah,
That's
it
the
was
good
good.
thing about out and back routes.
Yeah. Do you ever do any of those now?
I stopped competing about 4 years ago.
Okay.
I got into ultra marathons, and then I thought, well, I've got my 100-mile.
Yeah.
Really don't need to go back and do it again. I've got a few 100-mile buckles, but
So the Elk Lake one, and then did you go down south to the?
I went to the
Death Valley or
States,
whatever,
yeah. No, I did, in Canada I did Halliburton Forest, that was a 100-miler.
Okay.
Cascade Crest in the States, I failed on that one. I had to pull up, I had a nasty incident. I fell in the creek and froze to death almost. But that was like after a whole night of running.
Yeah.
Falling in the creek and taking a wrong turning and knowing you might not make the cut.
Yeah. Yeah.
You have to make a decision if you
Yeah.
want to.
And unfortunately, you're not really thinking very clearly at that point either.
I was very punchy at that stage, yeah. After having been dunked in an ice cold
Oof.
water bath
Oof.
at 6:30 in the morning.
But now those are the good memories.
Now I can laugh about it. But that was the only race that eluded me. That was my only DNF.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, good for you.
See ya. That started off as a very short chat and ended up as a very long chat. But there you go. I'm now going to put this thing away as I'm now on the downside of the slope. So this is the running jackal saying bye-bye. Hello.
Hi.
Let me get by you.
Absolutely.
Neither of us want to fall today.
No, I got bad knees, so I gotta.
Got to take it easy.
Yeah. Can you get out there, but.
Time 45 minutes.
Well, this one is quite good because these
Yeah.
rocks don't move.
No, I know the South Ridge. I don't like.
Whenever you have loose dirt, you don't want to be going downhill on loose
I
dirt.
know you want to step on the big rocks.
It's something that doesn't move.
Exactly.
Anyway, I will speed up once I get to runnable stuff.
Yeah.
But none of this is runnable, really.
No. Just want to fall.
That's it, unless you have a good dentist. You don't want to break your teeth on this stuff. Hello. So even though I'm going downhill, it is slow progress. Anyway, I was supposed to be saying bye-bye to you, so I shall say bye-bye to you and apologize for the slight overrun today. Bye bye.